Hey guys, Weeput here. So, we just finished Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and afterwards I immediately went through research on what people were saying about the current plot. Most notably, the continuing mystery about the Master of Masters and what's in that damn box. Now, we know from the movie itself that Master Xehanort's Keyblade was passed down from Luxu, which was already created by the Master of Masters for what appears to be the sole purpose to allow his eye to survive into the future, which lets him write the Book of Prophecies in the past. He sends Luxu off with his Keyblade and a box which contains something that he only reveals to Luxu. Now, there are some very interesting points about this box that we saw from close-up shots of it. First, the letters X Super are etched onto the red crest on the front of it. And 2, there are 7 locks on the long sides of the box, with 3 locks on the short sides. Let's tackle the first point. Now, we know that the names of all the foretellers are based off of the Latin 7 deadly sins. By the way, Nomura, it's fucking crazy that this is even a thing. I can't believe what he's able to sneak into what was originally a fun mashup of Disney, Final Fantasy, and OC, made for the E10 Plus audience. For now, at least. Their names are Ava, short for Avaridia, meaning greed, Ira, for wrath, Envy, short for Invidia, meaning envy, Gula for gluttony, Ased, short for Acedia, meaning sloth, and Luxu, short for Luxuria, meaning lust. But wait, there are 7 deadly sins, and here we have only 6 people. Except the Master of Masters counted himself as part of the group of 7, so it's clear that his name has to be a variation of Superbia, meaning pride. Now, you should immediately have signals going off in your head, because the inscription as clearly seen here, X Super matches his name. Not only that, but he also ends up disappearing along with Luxu. It's very, very possible that this means the Master of Masters himself, or his heart, is locked inside of that box. Now, as he is the Master of Masters, he would absolutely be able to transfer his heart into other vessels like all Masters are said to be able to do. The X may have its origins here as the sigil he uses to mark items that will receive or have received a copy of his heart. Let's tackle the second point. If there are 7 locks on both long sides and 3 locks on both short sides, that conveniently equals out to 20 total locks on the box, which is the same exact number of pieces that the Chi Blade ends up breaking into, and also equal to the 13 Seekers of Darkness that Xehanort wants to form, and the 7 Pure Lights that are destined to clash with them. You might be asking, sure, that makes sense, and the numbers match up, but how could the Master of Masters possibly know that magic number before the war occurs? The Book of Prophecies. He already knows what happens in the war due to his eye on the Keyblade. So, what conclusion can we form with this above information? My guess is that the Master of Masters is a scientist, much like Xehanort, that wanted to continue to exist in the future to further his own research of the heart, or to claim Kingdom Hearts for himself, or something of that nature. Due to his future-seeing ability thanks to the Soul Edge Keyblade, he knows about the war, and knows that it would be an end to everything. He needs a way to survive beyond the Keyblade War, so he goes to work ensuring that 1. The Keyblade War isn't the end of the world, and that the world is remade. He tells Ava to form the Dandelions, a group of exceptional wielders that will do their best to avoid the war and remake the world with their light, which we know is what happened at the end of it, thanks to Kairi's grandmother and Yen Sid. 2. The Keyblade War happens as foretold, by giving the foretellers reasons to distrust each other by assigning them roles that would rouse suspicion. This leads to each of them continuing to collect Lux to try and preserve the balance, basically a Kingdom Hearts version of a nuclear arms race, which ends up with the Union starting the Keyblade War over the light. The war happens and Kingdom Hearts is revealed as Luxu looks on with the box by his side, ensuring that the Master of Masters' eye has a front row seat to it all. At this point, which is still just speculation, Luxu collects the 20 pieces of the Keyblade or Kai Blade and uses them to unlock the box, freeing the Master of Masters' heart. We can only assume that ever since his heart has been transferred from vessel to vessel, continuing to live on for the sake of his research. His heart eventually winds up in young Xehanort after he begins training with Ericus. We know that young Xehanort was always curious about the world due to his future self instilling that desire within him, which we learn due to the events of Dream Drop Distance. It stands to reason that he leaves the islands, happens upon the land of departure, learns about the Keyblade from him and Ericus' master, and his own curiosity causes him to learn about the Keyblade War. So I'm saying that Xehanort himself is just another host for the Master of Masters. Remember this scene in Birth by Sleep?
The Keyblade has been forged!
Then!
And now, Terra, it is time for the final union!
What?
At last our moment is here. Out with the old and brittle vessel, and in with a younger, stronger new one. I swore I would survive, and be there to see what awaited beyond the Keyblade War. And now it is your darkness that shall be the arc that sustains me!
This makes absolutely no sense if you think about it. Xehanort wasn't alive before the Keyblade War. This isn't explicitly stated, but we know that the Master of Masters Keyblade already exists in young Xehanort's time, thanks to the first Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. Why then would he suddenly say that he swore to survive beyond it? This would make perfect sense if Xehanort is actually the Master of Masters, and it was a subtle hint by Nomura. Not only that, but every member of Organization 13 had an X artificially added to their names. Is it not crazy to assume that Xehanort could have had an X artificially added to his name as well? Xehanort's name without the X already anagrams into two interesting names, No Heart and Another, which we see from this scene where he enters the password to Aqua's armor chamber. This could simply mean another vessel. This shows clear intent on Nomura's part again to give us a hint of the true story going on in the background. Anyway, let us know what you think about the theory, if it sounds right or if there's something that doesn't quite add up. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to tell us you want to see more of this kind of content on our channel.